The federal government has cancelled June 12 celebrations. I repeat, the federal government have cancelled June 12 celebrations. There will be no broadcast. There will be no military parade. I repeat, the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, would not be addressing Nigerians on Democracy Day, June 12th. Broadcast has been cancelled. Military parade has been cancelled. Nigerians insist that they must continue in their protests against this democracy under the APC. Reasons for the protest: mass killings and impunity. Communities in Plateau, Benue State, Southern Kaduna and the Middle Belt face frequent mass killings without consequences. Protest against insecurity and bad governance. There's no right to speak. There's no right to protest. There's no right for fair trial. There's no right for accountability and the truth. This is a government of the rich, by the rich and for the rich. A government for the elite, by the elite and for the elite. We are not practicing democracy. This is anti-democracy. Now the NBA, Nigerian Bar Association, is supporting the protest. Nigerian Bar Association is supporting the protest. Wants the police to desist from violating the rights of the organizers. Do not violate the rights of the organizers. Let's get this report. Director Information and Public Relations from the office of the SGF, Shegun, he says, due to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's scheduled attendance at the National Assembly joint session, the presidential national broadcast on June 12 have been cancelled. Yes. Okay. In place of the nationwide broadcasts, the president will participate in a joint session of the National Assembly at noon, where he will deliver a speech on consolidating on the gains of Nigeria's democracy, necessity of enduring reforms. Necessity of enduring reforms. But the End Bad Governance movement have a message. They are all over the country protesting. Yes. He says, they called on Nigerians to troop out in their numbers to peacefully protest, which they are doing now, against the absence of genuine democracy, hunger, hardship, and gross inequality in the country that have been the hallmark of the President Bola Tinubu's 2 years in power. Despite the fact that the government has cancelled the broadcast and military parade and wants to engage in National Assembly, Nigerians are saying, let's say the people protesting are saying that we will continue our protests. Yes, against anti-democracy. This is not a democracy. Looking at what is happening today, it is not a democracy. There's hunger. It is established. There's hunger in the land, hardship, and gross inequality in the country, which has been the hallmark of the President Bola Tinubu's 2 years in power. Now let's look at the places that this note, federal government cancels its parade. June 12th is Democracy Day. Yes, June 12th is Democracy Day. And it usually was May 29th. Buhari changed it to honor MKO Abiola, the struggle as a hero of democracy. It was usually May 29th, but it has been changed. It has been changed. Groups are urging Nigerians to join June 12 protests against Tinubu's anti-poor policies, hardship, rights violation. This is from Sahara Reporters. We have places that people are protesting. When you look at all these places, there are particular places that have been omitted. The Southeast region have been omitted. There's no particular venue. I've searched and searched. There's no particular venue in the Southeast that is scheduled for this protest. If you search on Google or whatever, on X, June 12 protest, you see the venue pops up. About the okay, let's look at it. We have Edo State, Museum Ground, Benin City. Yes. We have Kano State, Kwana Freedom Close. Yes. We have Osun State, Olaya Junction. We have Kwara State, Post Office Under Bridge. We have Gombe, bypass roundabout. We have Bauchi, opposite Bauchi School of Agriculture, year 1. We have River State, East-West Road, and Uniport main gate. We have Plateau State, press conference at State House of Assembly. We have Adamawa, Jupu Jam roundabout, Yola. We have Ondo State, Cathedral Junction, Akure. We have Oyo State, Mukola roundabout, Ibadan. We have Yobe State, Maiduguri bypass roundabout, Maturu. We have Niger State, Gidam Matasa Boso Locust 2, Gidam Kwanu Gida Road, Bina. We have Lagos State, we have Maryland, we have Agbara, we have Lekki Toll Gate at that spot. FCT, we have Eagle Square. Delta State, we have Sapele, Amukpe Road, Asaba, Somi Junction, and Koka Junction, Ugeli, Otowo Junction. So, looking at all this, Northern State, Adamawa, Niger, Gombe, Bauchi, Plateau, Yobe. South State, we have Edo, we have Delta State. Southeast, no Southeast. Southeast is not represented. Well, an information has reached us that the Southeast are saying that we won't be part of this protest because the protest does not yield any results at the end of the day. It's just a charade, like coming to dress, you're addressing your problems. What would this protest achieve at the end of the day? That is the big question. What will the protest achieve? The protest we have been carrying out in the past, what has it achieved? The last end-bad governance protest, we saw how the government treated the protesters, slamming them with treason and what have you. So, this protest, with similarities to what happened the last time, what will change? What will be different? What is the essence of protest? So that government will recognize the yearnings of the people. Yes, and it will take immediate action. So if we protest against hunger, against insecurity, against anti-poor policies, anti-democracy, what would the government of Bola Ahmed Tinubu do with your protest? It's just like a parade. You parade all around the streets of Lagos. What would the government do? Have you done research how government in Nigeria react to protests, respond to protests, especially a Tinubu administration that does not recognize the rights of the people? What kind of protest do you think, if you're watching this broadcast, what kind of protest do you think can be able to call the attention of the government to the plight of the people? Unequal distribution of resources, nepotism and what have you. What do you think? Looking at 2020 NSAS protest, the government denied a lot of things. A lot of things happened. People were killed. The government denied and never repented. As a result of that protest, they crushed the government, systematically crushed the protest and never took responsibility of some of the activities attributed to the government. Have government learnt a lesson? Under Buhari, we don't have activism. There's no such activism. I tell you, we have a Tinubu end bad governance protest. People were killed. The rights of the people were infringed. What lessons did we learn? What is actually the aim of the protesters? Are they trying to, do they believe that what they have been doing over the years will draw the attention of the president, of the government? Do they believe that this kind of protest would yield results? Me, I'm curious to know. Something they know that we don't know. Have been involved in so many protests. Naturally, every Nigerian should be involved in the NSAS protest. And the last NBAD government protest, I went with the Take It Back movement. And we saw how everything was coordinated. But as a young person that have seen a lot of activism lately, I don't think the government will listen to this, our organized protest. Government will just allow you to do your protest, and they do what they do. They don't care about what you're going to say. You're going to go through the streets. So far, you do not block the road. So far, you do not disturb anybody. It's just like a procession. Do your procession and go and rant and rant and rant. At the end of the day, everybody goes to sleep. They come, if you are getting more effective, if you are gathering more attention, they send one of their representatives. They have people over. They call, yeah, go and address this. Those one will come and calm you down, calm you down, calm you down. Maybe it might even happen that the protesters will even, the people who are leading protests, they will call them and send them money. It can happen. Many have been accused of collecting bribe, selling the protests. We hear that NGOs in Nigeria are being funded by the government of the day. How come an NGO would organize a protest that the government is funding, organize a protest against the government that it is funding? Say no be juju be that. So my skepticism about this protest is that the protest does not look like something that is going to be effective. What Nigeria needs is a revolution. And the revolution also should be, elections should be part of revolution. If Nigerians really want change, see, there are some problems that need special solutions. The way you address a particular problem A should be different from the way you address a particular problem B. The way you address headache is different from the way you address typhoid. These are two different conditions, medical conditions. My brother, the way you address the APC, a protest that will be effective would not be a protest that you announce 1 week to. A protest in today's Nigeria, with the kind of politicians we have, with kind of the wicked people we have in power, is not a protest that you address by doing some cosmetic arrangement, left, right, center. It's a protest that is born out of real zeal, Nigerian zeal, to come out and say we want a change. Nigerians don't really want a change yet. Nigerians are not yearning for a change. It is the NGOs and the people that are organizing the protests are the ones that are yearning for change. Nigerians really are not yearning for change. Maybe everybody just doing the job, like I said. It is possible that these politicians are the ones organizing the protest. It is very possible. As a president, I'm eliminating opposition, and I call it a democracy. I will create artificial opposition. I've said this before. I will create artificial activism that I'm controlling. I will try to control the media narrative. I watched a cartoon, Tango. I had watched this for like 3-4 times. I now understood what the government can do. Tango is a cartoon. Go and watch that cartoon. The place of the community is called Debt. Dirty Debt. No water. The mayor who controls the water controls the community. He just supplies them water maybe 3 or 4 days. They use for 3 or 4 days. They'll start testing. Water will be scarce for like 2 days. So the people will be so hungry to do anything the mayor wants to do. They will now give them water. The mayor made sure that he stopped all the channels where people get water from and channeled it to his own control. So if you don't do his beating, he takes water away from you. And you know water is life. It takes life away from you. They'll be praying for water. The mayor will supply water to them. He will hide access to water from the people. He only and his loyalists have access to water and nothing else. You can't do anything about it. He has formidable a python that is helping him to threaten the people. Anybody that stands up as a hero, he threatens them. So this young man, Rango, came into the picture and is gaining the popularity of the people. The mayor invited him. That's how the government does. They know that you are trying to, you are getting influence. You are challenging their policies. He invited him, gave him an offer. He took the offer, but at the end of the day, he used the offer against the mayor and turned the people against the mayor. So most people, the mayor wanted to control that opposition. That is the Rango guy. He wanted to control the opposition, but it, however, backfired because the Rango guy wasn't loyal to him. He went through the back door to investigate the mayor and he went through a lot of things and found where this guy was storing this water and depriving the people. People are even dying of thirst. That is how the government operates in today's Nigeria. They control the media narrative. They control activism. Why is it that during Buhari's 8 years, activism just died like that? We know that a particular region controls activism in Nigeria. But under a Jonathan, activism left, right, center. This one hold this seminar. This one hold this one. Activism up, down. They were having activism. I attended like 3 or 4. But under a Buhari, the APC, which we know that are very big propaganda spenders, the APC control the narrative under a Buhari. Now under a Tinubu, activism also no more. So what if this protest is sponsored by the government? These are questions we are asking. Because a protest that does not yield results and the government is okay with it, any protest that will eventually yield results, this typical Nigerian this government under Bola Tinubu will fight against it. But any protest you see the government is okay with it, my brother, that protest is going to achieve nothing, is going to bring no change at all. Whatever they are doing, before our clear eyes, we are seeing corruption. Before our clear eyes, we are seeing abuse of power. Before our clear eyes, we are seeing nepotism. Our clear eyes, we are seeing mismanagement of funds. For our clear eyes, we are seeing unequitable distribution of development. Before our clear eyes. What does the government want to go and tell us? So if you are protesting mass killings, blah, 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 the government of the day know what to do, but they will not do it. Not your protest. This your protest will not make a Tinubu deal with insecurity. He knows what to do. Actually, maybe, I don't know why he's not doing it. Hunger. You dey chop belle full. Another time you go fit attack government. Oh. You dey chop belle full. Another time you go fit defend your vote. Oh. My brother. So it is not in their own interest to give you what. Since Jonathan, we are protesting hunger, killings, blah, blah, blah. Since Buhari, we are protesting hunger. The same sort of protest. Now, the one that got a bit effective was that one in yes, we have the NSAS. That was a global thing. Another one is bad governance. That the governor saw that these guys are becoming like, you must change. We have seen revolutions in other countries. And we have seen how they did it, how they carried it out, how they handled the whole situation. So it is not this protest. And who are those that are in charge of the protest? Take it back movement. We remember the last bad governance protest. The APC tried to make it political. Why were they doing what they were doing? They knew what they were doing. They knew that the people called obedient movement, which comprises of Nigerians that are tired of the system, they knew that these people would want to get involved and it may turn to a revolution. So they started putting fear in the minds of people. Now P2B, putting out false allegations. You know, when they start putting allegations on you, so that you be, why these people they come and I don't even there. You at this protest, I don't go there, I don't go join. Obedient movement, Igbo, they start using all those tactics to make sure these persons, because they know that if these persons get involved in the protest, it will be something else. So they use those political tactics. Even when they knew that Shore came out and was printing posters left, right, center, delegating people from left, right, center, all over Nigeria. Shore came out, and said, I'm the one organizing this protest. APC they had their agenda, and they focused on the obedient movement. This APC they want to eliminate this obedient movement too. But one thing about Nigerians I've noticed is that the more some people if you try to, the method which the APC is using, wanting to give the obedient movement a bad name and eliminate it at the end of the day, would if they don't deal with hunger, they don't deal with the suffering, it will not be easy for them. They cannot eliminate the obedient movement by mere allegations left, right, center. If there's still hunger, if people are still suffering, if things are skyrocketing, no access to medication, affordable health care, no water, affordable housing, if these things are skyrocketing, you cannot eliminate a movement like you. Some people will find solace in that movement, like let them use it to be attacking the government. Nigerians are looking for a place they can be attacking government. So, you see, Take It Back movement is the movement that is organizing these protests. And at the end of the day, what are we going to achieve? Tinubu addressing this person, addressing that person. My brother, what are we going to achieve? Now, the protest is going on. Low turnout, but people are getting to send their message to the government. The government will sit down and look at you. Yes, we are with you. They know what they are doing. The government will sit down and look at you. But I'm not shocked that we don't have centers in the Southeast. Some people say the Southeast, they no matter. They no matter in Nigeria. Forget about Southeast. When people say such, I laugh. Okay. Why not doing it in Kano? Why not doing it in Castina? Why not doing it in Zamfara State? Abiodos was no matter. They know, the government knows that the Southeasterners and their own way different from Nigerian way. And I've been saying, why not the government allow these people go? These people have, for a very long time, they have left the country. Why not allow them go? Why do you want to force them into this union called Nigeria? Both they are young, they are old, everybody is saying that we don't want to be part of this system. They are saying no, no, no. But yet, it's like, it is by a must, it is by force. You must be part of us. That is what it is like. It's got becoming very scary. Yes, if you say Enugu State, now people will come out and protest. But the person organizing that protest does not have that popularity. If a P2B comes out to say he's much more interested, if a P2B comes out, if the coalition, Atiku and so, comes out to say we are going to protest and they are going to stand at the forefront, my brother, you now see the appliance, the compliance. If they come out and say, today all of us are coming out to protest, wherever you are, come out and protest. Everybody go join queue. I'm telling you, my brother, if the way APC did it in 2015, the coalition can join the protest and run the show. Forget all these things people are saying, or the Take It Back movement, or Shore. It's going to be normal. But when Atiku and Obi involved in that protest and they are going to take the streets, Atiku doing Adamawa, P2B doing whatever he's doing, everybody's going to sit up at the end of the day. That is when APC will wake up. You know that this one is beyond APC hand. But all this one that, forget, that is normal.